Now, Sir Ivan, if you will press this switch over, when I say now, that will open our station. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Thank you very much.
Hi guys, welcome to this week's set of shows. It's been a long 6 days. So I was just doing something else as I was starting the show. So welcome to this show. Today we're going to be doing lots and lots of different things. Obviously I'm going to be doing a bit of diamond painting, but I have got I've got a box to open. I've been sitting on this box all day and I want to open it. So that for those of you that weren't watching my last show, I wanted one item from Smith's Beads. But I personally can't see the point in making a tiny order. You know, if you buy something for like £1.50 and you're going to pay £3 postage for it, it's £4.50 for an item. So I said, look, I haven't got anything specific I want to order. Let me chuck you a bit of money, put the one item that I want to order and fill the box full of stuff. And then it'll give me a chance to showcase some of the things from Smith's Beads. So I paid for this myself. This isn't a freebies, which means I can say anything I want about it. But you know me, guys, I am totally 100% honest. It's everything I say on this show is my opinion. Do not take anything as fact unless I can actually. Sorry, bear with me. Echo, heat off. Sorry, I had a little blast of heating earlier on and I thought I turned it off, but I'm wondering why my legs are burning. So I'm going to do that little bit of an unboxing a little bit later on. I've also bought a light pad. I didn't buy it from Smith's Beads because I wanted a big one, and I think I've got the best light pad I've ever bought. And unless anybody objects, I've got a couple of things from the Smith's Beads website that I want to show you. It's a couple of posts, one that made me laugh and I said, oh, do you mind if I do that? And another one is, it's not actually from Smith's Beads website. It's from a message that someone sent me. One of my viewers has finished a really nice diamond painting that I really want to show off. And also developments in the last few minutes, quite literally. My custom has arrived at Smith's Beads HQ, which means that maybe next week I will have it there. Now, I've been told there is a flaw with it. So again, kudos to Smith's Beads. They told me that there was going to be a delay. They told me the delay before the delay actually happened. Oh, bless. Mike, you are a wonderful person. So basically the flaw that I've got with it, and I'm going to show you, because I'm going to show you how good this, Smith's Beads are wonderful. So share screen. So the message is, we've noticed one flaw. There is a tool mark on the border of the canvas, and that is the flaw. So basically they've shown me the picture, and it gives me the opportunity to say, I'm not happy with that. I want another one or whatever. My response to that is that I'm sure I could cover it. That looks like that's the top, because that looks like in fact, it looks like it's on the cover paper. Now, this particular one is a square drills, so none of the canvas will show through. and I'll probably cut and border it anyway to put it into a frame. I do want to put this in a frame. So I am looking forward to that coming. And then he says, I will add you some clips in it with the kit. So that's really nice. So, you know, it's a two-way thing, isn't it? I've saved them a little bit of trouble by not rejecting it. And I guess if I did say, oh, I'm not happy, I want exactly what I paid for in good condition, I could. But I like to think I'm reasonable. You know, if there might be a flaw with something, but if it doesn't affect the finished product, I really don't mind. Right, so a quick hello to Smith Beads, who is the sponsor of this show. Hi, all you lovely people. So hopefully we'll get lots more comments coming in. Let's just have a quick look at the viewers. So everyone's watching from YouTube. So if anybody does pick up the Facebook, hello. Mike says it's on the white edge, so it's not going to affect it at all. So in my particular instance, okay, yes, I've got an issue with my custom. It doesn't mean that that's the standard. You know, everybody knows for every so many thousand or million of a product that's sold, so many will be faulty. And if that's the extent of the faultiness, I'm really not going to complain. But we'll see when I receive it. But it looks like it's going to be fine. Right. So I've been doing a little bit of naughtiness well in between streams. And what I've done is I've replaced all of the clear paper on my diamond painting. And I've put little bits of cover paper that I've got. And what my aim is, I'm now actually trying to sort of speed things up a bit because I know my custom's arriving. I've bordered this in such a way that I want to get this strip done and I want to get this strip done. And as a bonus, if I can get this strip done as well, that will leave me this bit. Regardless of when my custom comes, I am going to finish this. If it means I have to hold my custom off a little bit, then so be it. So let me show you. I'm kind of whizzing through everything and I've got like a 2-hour show. Bear with me a sec. Let me show you my light pad that I've bought. And the reason why I think it's the best. It's not absolutely perfect. But what you will think is perfect, I might not. So I'm just trying to find it in my Amazon orders. And the reason I'm bringing this up, it did get mentioned in a Facebook post. Someone was looking for a large light pad. And I said, I've got one that I think is very good. Having said that, at the time, here we go. Right, so this is what I've ordered. Don't want that one. I'm very, very bad at it. Anyone who knows me knows I'm bad at switching screens. All right, so this is what I've got. It's £45, which you might think is a lot. You might think it's really cheap. But at the moment, there's a 20% voucher. The terms being, it's just 20% off. So click that and you get, I noticed this little trick with Amazon. They give you this little voucher, but they make it quite small and easy to miss. So always look underneath the price for anything that says voucher. So that's about £8 off that. Now, the features of it is that it's a A2 size or whatever size you pick. And it's got various, so you've got a light pad, 2 clips, 4 magnets, 1 power supply, 1 stepless adjusted switch, and 1 instruction. I didn't really look at instructions because it's, you know how these light pads work. You switch them on and you switch them off. That's basically the instructions. I will say the magnets are useless. It's not the magnets that are useless. It's the board doesn't actually have any good metal bits on it. But to be honest with you, I don't really use the magnets too much. Although I understand that what some people do, let me bring me into the screen as well. So what some people do, if they're holding, say, back a piece of the paper, they'll put a magnet underneath and one on the top just to hold that back. I think they call it a cover minder, don't they? I put the magnets down somewhere and they've gone. But they're about this big. They look like little chess pieces. And I think they're probably too big for that. it doesn't really bother me because, as you can see, I just there we go. I just bulldog in 4 places and away I go. The actual size, it has got measurements starting from the very top corner. Let me take these bulldog clips off. So it starts from 0 in the corner and it goes, and you can't see it, but you've got 59 centimeters there. Now the width of the border is just over 2 centimeters. So if it's 59 there, you've got about 63 centimeters across, and the measurement down is 41 centimeters. So with a couple of centimeters, that's about 45 centimeters in depth. So this is going to fit my custom on no problem, but it will overhang the bottom because my custom is 60 by 60. So I will fit it all into the width. But what I'll do, I have to slide it up as I do the bottom, but that's quite normal. But you can see now why I like this particular one. Now, the reason I really love it, it does come with a couple of clips, which are okay, but you only get 2. 2 is enough. 1 there, 1 there. I like 4. That's my personal preference. But this is the bit I think is really, really good. On my previous streams, how many times have you seen me do that and accidentally hit the power button, and you go off, brightness 1, brightness 2, brightness 3, off, 1, 2, 3, off. And I have it on full brightness and I do that and the whole thing switches off. Well, this one, don't know if you can see it, the dimmer is actually on the power switch. There's a plug there. I don't know if you can see it just there. That's the power for the light pad. And to turn it on, you turn the dial. You can turn it up, you can turn it off, and the various brightnesses. Now this power supply is going to sit over there. You're not even going to see it on stream. And how good is that? I can't accidentally knock it off. And it's just one little feature that I like. So I personally think that is a good value for money. But obviously once Miss Speeds gets them in, then fantastic. And that's basically the features. It says upgraded power cord. So you just plug it into the cord coming out of the light pad to prevent dislodging during use and abruptly losing lighting. I did find that this is quite a stiff, the actual power is quite stiff. It's not easy to plug that in and take it out. So I don't feel that's going to fall out. It's not going to fall out on its own. You've got to give it a fair amount of force. And there's various tricks you can do. I don't know if you've seen the American power hacks. Obviously they're plugs. They plug in a bit differently from ours, but I can't remember how to do it. But if you tie your cord in a certain way, you kind of tie it so that what happens is the tighter you pull it, the more it's actually pushing that in together. So you kind of wrap it around like that. So by something like that, you can't really see because I've got it in the corner. Right, so shall we get up to the exciting bit? Drum roll, etc., etc. Let's remove that. Let's do a quick catch up on the chat. So Mark Fitz says hi all. So it's actually Mark Fitz DP that I'm going to be showing off. I think it's absolutely beautiful. James Miles says evening all, and Dominique Koku says good evening Penny. So how are you all? Right guys, so let's have an unboxing. So as I say, I will be honest with you, I was sent an invoice and I could see that it had the items on the invoice, and I promise you I didn't look at the invoice. I wanted this to be a surprise. Now the only thing that I know, I assume is in here, is some cover paper, but there's a big old box full of stuff. The rest of the stuff I don't know. And I love the way you've done this, Mike. It looks like you've slid boxes together. So you're going to have to do the drum roll yourself because I don't have anything to drum roll. But so get drum rolling in your head, guys, and we'll have a look. I love opening boxes, and we'll you know, another company I buy from, we have this little joke about if you can get into the box within 2 minutes, he hasn't packed it very well. And if you make comment, what the guy will do is he'll put extra packaging on it. So you very quickly learn to not say how quickly you got into the packaging, because you just know he'll double pack it. So we have this thing about we rate the packaging. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Love opening packages. I've had a bit of a disappointing day today with couriers. I've ordered some stuff. Does that look like an invoice was stuck in there? Right. There we go. Right. Invoice. Chucking that over there in the corner. And I can already see some lovely stuff. Right. All that well packaged. Right. So what have we got? So, oh, Mike, you've sent me some good stuff. You have sent me some great stuff. Right, so I'm just going to pick things out in a random order. Oh, Mike, amazing. You know, right, so I was having a look at the website today, and I just happened to catch this, and I thought, oh, that looks interesting. So let me tell you about a small niggly problem I have. It's only a niggly problem, but these are my drills. Now I keep my drills in these boxes. I've got about 6 of these, as you can see. Like, I've got them numbered, and then what I do is when I kit up, I swap these empty ones with whatever color, so that I've got a box that only contains the DMC codes that I'm going to be using for that project. So in the box where 169 is actually kept, you will now see a blank one. And what I found I was doing last week, I was taking one out, using it, and then I was putting it down, wasn't I? And then I couldn't be bothered to put it back necessarily. And then I'll use the next one, and then so on and so forth. And then what I found is, come the end of the stream, every single color except for one was all laid out on the table, and it was getting knocked over. And again, it's only a little niggly problem. Now, for me personally, I like to try and be organized, but while I'm working, I become disorganized, and that's just the way I am. And then what happens is, at the end of the session, I reorganize. Now, the reason I spotted these and they caught my eye is, I believe there's 24 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, right. So, I can't get into them. Right. So the reason this caught my eye is that if I take all of these out, I'll take some out rather than all of them. So I'll start my session with this and this. So what will happen is, say maybe I'll use my 452. Now I've finished with it, I put it in there. Then I'll use, say, 336, and I'll pop it in there. And can you see that as I do more and more, can you see that it's organized chaos? Yeah. So I'm taking out of there so I can use this as working. This is going to work extremely well with the tic-tac boxes. And then as I need them, and you see I've got somewhere to put them. 24 is a good number, really, isn't it? Because, right, you see I've got 27. But if you got 2 of these, I don't think there's many diamond paintings that have more than 48 different colors in one go. So let's do a quick rekit, because I'm loving this. This is absolutely amazing. So I'm going to put these in the order, in numerical order. And of course, you've got these containers which can be used. So, sorry guys. Actually, look how quickly it's taken me to kit up. It's not really that long, is it? So, as I say, if you had 2 of these, you've got more than enough there for the majority of projects. So, this is why I like to say, just don't just do it. You know, because this is all, what do you want? Oh, I don't mind. Just pick me some random stuff. So, all right, there. So it's not going to fit all of them in because I've got, well, not only have I got 27 colors, I've also got more than 1 tub of some things. But yeah, I'm going to drop big hints now to say, yeah, I want another one of these. Look at that. So I'm going to be really lazy. I'm just going to lob those in there. I don't need this. So this has just become obsolete. Right, so let's find this on the website so I can show you it. And don't forget, guys, that I am still running. I'm still able to use the 10%, 15% off. So, right. So let's do screen share. There we go. Right. So this is the product in question. It's £7.50. Now, the reason I was looking at now this is something I was going to say to you, Mike. You need to sort this out. When you click the picture, it comes out full size, but your full size picture is extremely big. Now, what I was looking at there wasn't clear to me in the picture and the description if you got the container, which you obviously do. But look, £7.50, and it's about 500 millimeters long, 27 millimeters thick, and 12 millimeters thick. So 27 millimeters wide. Now, what I will probably do is, because I'll probably want 2 of these, I will get something to go underneath one of them to lift it up so that then I can place the next one. Because you see that this is tiered. You see you've got one there and then the next one sits there. So you've got this little step. So what I'll do is I'll probably get something underneath there to step that up so that you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. And that is absolutely perfect. Look, you've got all, if you use Tic Tac containers, that is extremely useful and everything. So when I use this one, I'll put it back there because that's where the hole is. So first product, absolutely brilliant. And I would pay that, no problem. I'd pay full price for that. So in title, oh, there we go. Yeah, sorry, that's my bad. Look, it does say there, 24 flip lid tubs and tray. So yeah, that was how, right. How should I do my ratings on this, Mike? Should we just do A, B, C, D, E? I would definitely give that an A rating because you can see how useful it is, and it's extremely useful for me. It's something that I personally would use. If you are using bags or you're one of these kind of people who likes to have loads of trays out, it probably won't be any use to you. But for £7.50 and you get the tubs as well, these containers are about £10 each. And if you want one tub for every single color, you're going to need 6 of these. So it's 60 quid. If you're not sure if Tic Tac containers are for you, this is an expensive way to find out. This is £7.50. You can put a few in, you get 24 tubs. It's a really good way of finding out if Tic Tac tubs are good for you. And also don't forget that if you don't use it as Tic Tac tubs, you have still at least got a handy little container. So you won't waste it. You just repurpose it. So that, I think, we do the containers in packs of 5. So you do the little tray and All right, I'm going to have to do some Googling now, aren't I? Mike, I'm going to be really lazy and say, can you send me a link? Save me searching. Right, let's have a look at the next one. Let's look at this because I've seen these before. I think I've got one somewhere. So this, again, could you send a link for me? Because I'm just being really lazy. I'm loving the bags as well. So this is one of those boats with the little gate on it. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not something I'll use because I use the Tic Tac containers. For me to get things from there into the Tic Tac containers, I'm going to have to do a two-step process. However, where I could see this being extremely useful, so if I've got, let's put these in. So this is my normal boat that I use, and look, that's realistically the most that I could tip into there. Now, if I'm doing an extremely large area of that color, I'm probably going to have to top that up 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Now with this, oops, upside down. You see, I can get a lot more in it because it's got that little gate in. It's not going to fall out. So look at that. I can get so many more drills in there. So I'm going to spend a lot less time refilling my boat. And then to fill that back from there to there, I'm going to have to, because I like the spout. So we'll just take the little gate out. We can then tip that into a boat. Obviously, when you're finished, you wouldn't have this many in there because you'll be using some of these drills. But these are very, very good boats. Just that it's not something I don't tend to do the massive large areas. But, you know, if you got yourself a big old custom and you had a large space of black, you can see how it's really useful. So we get those back in there. Okay, you see how many more drills you can get in there. So I can really see the benefit of this. Just pick up the drills that I've dropped. Another good thing about this light pad is because it's not got a lip on the end, I've just scooped and I can just put my hand under there and I can just shoot them into my boat or my hand or whatever. So, right. Let's see if we can find this on the website. I need my show now. Right, so first link. So, right. Oh, right. So this is the plastic bead storage flip lid containers. So you can get them 5 for 180. So if you've never used them, maybe this is the best way just to try them out. 20 for £6.50, 5 for 180. I believe these hold roughly 5 bags. I think is about 5 bags. But because they're so cheap and easy to use, if I've got where is it? I've got it somewhere. Right. If I've got a lot of bags, I'll just put this temporary little label on. You see, I've handwritten that one. That tells me that's only temporary. This is my permanent one. And I can just fill these up as I need to. Yeah, I thought it was about 5 bags. So that's that. So next link. Bear with me because I'm using YouTube. Right. So this is the large diamond painting tray with gate. It's £1. You can't fault that, can you? It works for square and round. Yeah, I mean, I've just shown you how it works. Can you argue with that for £1? You've got to rate that an A, haven't you? And it is something I will use, but I mean, for something like this, probably not. But if I'm doing my 60 for 60 custom and I've got this much black or this much white, do I really want to keep topping this up? So what I'll do is I'll just chuck them all into this nice big one, and you can see how much more. Remember these ridges, and these ridges are actually really strong. You give that a shake, that's going to flip that drill over nicely. So £1, absolutely faultless. Let's go for this. So this is interesting looking. Can I have a link for that, please? See, I'm having to do this blind and just make up what it is. So this is more of a thin container than anything else, isn't it? I guess this is more for beads. And, oh, look at that. I like that. I like this. Do you know what? That's what I just thought. Oh, not quite big enough. Not quite. That's a shame. Do you know what? That is big enough. Because that's the same size. That is big enough. There we go. Right. Moan about 310. You need to see the green. Oh, there we go. Oh, so yeah. So obviously they've seen my custom before I have. Come in handy for all the green on your custom. Yeah, because there is going to be a lot of green, isn't there? Right. Read text message. Right. The box with the 21 compartment tray, if you take the tray out, do you know what? Well, it's funny you say that because you just saw me playing, didn't you? So we have got this, which is a handy little box and it's a good size box actually. Oh, they've just come off as well. Sorry, this is me. I can't get the box out very well. So you know what? That's nice. That's really nice. So if you've got little things in there, because it's got that little rounded bit, you know, if things get stuck in the corner, that's going to be easy to get things out. And then you've got left with this box. Remember, you've just bought these Tic Tac trays, and I think they will actually go in. Yeah, they will go in that way. So now you've got somewhere to put your Tic Tac boxes as well. And that will go in there. So, yeah. So I'm keen to look at the price on this, because I've got a feeling I've been wasting my money on Amazon. Right, let's have a look. That's a different item. Right. No. Oh, I'm kicking myself now. I am and I'm not. Right, so 21 compartment storage case. You ready for this? £5. So you've got yourself a container for your Tic Tac tubs, and you've got this handy little tray, and it's to get, what does that hold? I've forgotten how many it holds now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16. Yeah, so 16, 32, 60. So you're buying your 20 tubs for $6.50. So if you're combining the two, that's a really good price. For diamond painting, I'll be honest with you, this does look really, really good, but it's not something I'll use for my diamond painting, but I will use this for crafting. As a crafting item, that is really, really good. And like I say, you've got this rounded bit there, so you can get things out. And also, let me just have a look at this. That's what I thought. So it doesn't, this is obviously not as thick as the bottom. So what you can do, I have now got, oh, I just found the magnets. This is the magnets from the light pad. Very good magnets, but they don't stick anywhere on the light pad. Right, so chucking a few things in there. Probably not that so much. Let's not go with that. So a few little thin items in there. These are just the sort of things that I use while I'm diamond painting. You're lining up things. And then that goes in the top there. How awesome is that? Yeah, and there you go, James Mow. You can put your meds in there as well. But yeah, so if you got any thin, easy to lose things, tools and accessories, you know, the ones where you use them occasionally but not constantly all the time, like they've just gone in there perfect. Put a couple of pens in there. I mean, look, you could use this for drills as well, no problems. I'm going to actually pull these out. I'm going to deconstruct it, because you know me, I'm always looking at ways that I mean, this could be modified, couldn't it? This could be quite easily modified. So if you're looking at other crafts as well, maybe these aren't big enough. You could just cut those bits out so that you've got a double width one. Yeah, I can see this. I mean, the thing is, if you had 100 different boxers and 100 different people, they'd all have different opinions on which one is the best. But that is overall a very, very good box. So I think I have not wasted my money so far, have I? No, except I can't get this back in. Guys, don't destroy things unless you know how to put it back together again. Just don't think you know how to put it together. Because as you can see, there we go. That's not quite in properly. That's my fault, not Smith's beads. There we go, I think that's in. Oh, I've broken it. There we go, that's in. So yeah, look at that. I think that is really, really good. So I'm going to keep hold of that one. So yes, thank you so far. So let me just catch up on the chat. 5 bags come in handy for the greens and your customs. So a couple of links. Because I'm using StreamYard, I can't click on those links, so I have to look onto YouTube. But so Mark Fit says that's what I use, but mine are pill containers, and I number mine as I don't save my excess drills. I save and give to craft person who does cards. Yeah, right. So, but at least now, well, I say now, if you use these, you can keep your extra. If you want to give them away, that's fine. So, by coincidence, I can see a next item that's extremely handy. I've actually got some of these already. This is a set of sticker sheets for labeling. So we have got our pill containers, and you know what? I'm going to destroy these. This sheet contains one of every DMC number. I know this because I've already got them, and they're really, really handy. So let's say, tell you what, let's pick everyone's favorite, shall we? So you decide to put 3 1-0s on there, and you take the little sticker sheet off and pop that on there. So now they're neatly labeled. Now, at the moment, I use a label maker, which means I have to type all the numbers in and then print off the sheet, and then I have to cut it down. This is so much easier, isn't it? So, do we have a link? We do have a link. And I already know this is great value. So, look at that, guys. £1.60. Can you argue with that? I'm having trouble with those photos. Why am I having issues with those? You might want to have a look at those, Mike. So, yeah, DMC number, sticker sheets, £1.60 for the sheet. Well worth the time. When you look at the time that it takes me to print them off on my label maker, and the cost of the materials, and you put a value on my time, I think you'll find this is a hell of a lot better option. And like I say, there's one of every number there. So, oh, sorry guys, I'm on the wrong screen. Right, so I think you'll find that that's a hell of a lot better value than using the label maker. So it's really, really handy. So I think I have a sheet of those, so I might actually give some away. I'm talking about giveaways, and there is a very good reason why. While I'm putting that away, so I want to say a big thank you to a lot of people. To be more specific, I'd like to give thanks to 753 people, because my channel has now hit the milestone of 753 subscribers, which has made me well over the moon on that one. So let's see if I can thank you all and give a bit of a thank you. So I'm not going to give these away because I've just damaged them. I say damaged them, but I do have another sheet of these. So I'm going to put that in a little pot for a giveaway. I can't get them back in the bag. Right, that's just going to sit up there. Right, so the next thing, and I know that there's been a lot of questions about this. This is a blank sheet. Tell you what. Sorry, I'm just trying to carefully open this. So this is probably for someone a lot more cleverer than me, but this is two. So we have 2 blank canvases. Both the same size? I think they are both the same size. Yeah. And I'm going to be absolutely honest with you. I do think I have a certain element of the gift of the gab, but I have absolutely no idea what to say about this. It's blank canvas. It's got nothing on it. And you can do with it whatever you want. So the only thing I can think of to use this for is, say for example, you have a cross stitch pattern. Don't forget, guys, that the numbers on diamond painting drills corresponds exactly to cross stitch threads. So what you can do is, if you have, do you mind me not showing you this much? I don't really know what to show you. It's a blank canvas. It's exactly the same as this, but it's got no pattern on it. So I'll just pull the corner up, because this is something I don't really need. But you see, it's just got blank squares, and they're basically 10 by 10. You see, you've got the you could clearly see where each 10th one is. So the only thing I can use, maybe that's what this is for. If you've got, say for example, a really nice cross stitch pattern, but you don't want to do cross stitching, I'm going to actually fold it from this way. There's nothing stopping you from doing the diamond painting from the cross stitch, and obviously for that you will need a blank canvas. So now I know that this question is going to come up. Give me a couple of seconds. If I can find them. Right, that's a terrible colour. Right. So I'm just grabbing a random colour drills, because I know that. Did you just give me the link for this, Teresa? Is that us, Miss Beads? Is that what the link is? I can't find it. Here we are. Right. So we've got 2 kinds of canvas. one for square drills, one for round drills. Now, the question I've got is this for square or is this for rounds? Because or have you given me one of each? Aha! Tell you what, shall I have a look at the invoice? All right. Square grid 2. Right, so this is for, I'm guessing this is for square. Right, so what I want to do is I apologize, I'm going to give this away, but I'm going to kind of use it. So I apologize to anyone who receives this, but you understand this is all in the art of science. This is square, right? So this is intended for square drills. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a random color with color, and I'm going to do a little what should we say, a little 9x9 square, because I know that Smith's Beads have had questions about this. And I know that one of the questions they've had in the past is about putting square drills on round and vice versa. So I'm going to do a little 9x9 square with square drills, and I'm going to do a little 9x9, not 9x9, 3x3. So there is a single drill on the canvas. Okay, so then I'm just going to fill that round. These aren't color matched. I don't know if that's because they're nasty cheap drills or if I've accidentally mixed them, but they still serve my purpose. So right, let's straighten those up just to give the illusion that I actually know what I'm talking about here. So, right, so that is what they will look like as a 3x3. So that is definitely, come on, focus. That is definitely a canvas for round drills. So let's put these away. And let's get some round drills. This is me purposely trying to break things. This is what I do for fun. What's that? They're square drills. They must be from something else. Right, let's get some 939s because I'm probably going to have loads of those left over. And it's a completely different colour from what I've just put down. So, let's put one in just like I did before. Now I'm doing this by naked eye, but that's slightly too big, but not a lot in it. So let's continue this in a 3x3 pattern. And again, to give the illusion that I know what I'm talking about, let's do it as a checkerboard. Then people will go, oh, she knows what she's talking about. Ah, yeah, they've got problems here. This isn't going to happen. So, right, yeah, that's not happening. There's like literally not a lot of difference. It's just ever so slightly wrong. But you can see that just with 3x3, that's starting to struggle. So that's what happens if you put round drills on square canvas. You can see that those square drills are so much nicer. Right, so I have a question for you then, Smith's Beads. Let's say I bought myself 5 or 6 canvases for square and 5 or 6 canvases for round, and I pop them on the table and The cats jumped on the table and knocked them all out onto the floor. How will I know which ones are which? Is there a way of telling? So it's probably going to be a really stupid answer like, well, the round ones have got circles on them. So I need some tweezers now. So, yeah, I'm going to give this away, and I apologise to whoever receives it that one of them is going to have the corner lifted up, but I'll be honest with you, for free, can you complain? I'm sure there's an easier way to do this that I haven't quite figured out yet. That one just popped up and landed in my mouth. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. That was a stupid answer to a stupid question, really, wasn't it? So we'll do the technical data first. So the square drills are 2.5 mil, round drills are 2.8. And the square canvas has a square grid, the round canvas has a round grid. So, yeah, basically, I just talked myself into that answer there, didn't I? So the trouble is that I'm what is apparently referred to as a hard presser. I do smash those drills into the canvas. Some people are soft pressers and some people are hard. And I'm when I push them in, I push them in. Right, so guys, let's make a little box of giveaway stuff, shall we? So that's going to go in the box. I haven't taped it back up yet, and I'm going to put that in as well. So this is called sharing the love, I think. Right, let's what's next. Oh, we've got bubble wrap. Bubble wrap's always good. Now I know what this is. And this. Oh, you've got me something wonderful. You're not having this, guys. So I mentioned about buying another one of these trays, didn't I? And look what I've got. Do you know what? I'm going to be honest with you, right? I'm not a fancy person. I don't do fancy when something else might be cheaper. But I've often looked at this fancy masking tape, washi tape, whatever they call it. And it's until now, it's always been something that I wouldn't buy because masking tape does the job. But that's quite fancy, isn't it? Maybe I could use this for my custom to just do around the edge. So I've got a nice sparkly border to go in the frame. But look, we've got some more Tic Tac. So I said that I wanted another one of these. Maybe I don't want another one of these. Maybe I want one of these. Look, how good is that? So I've got a couple of boats that I can put in there, and I've got space there for a white one. I guess I could change these from the white ones if I'm more of a fan of white boats. No, I can't, but the green boats still have their uses. I've got a few little Tic Tac boxes in there. Do you know, I think I started this trend, you know. I did. We've got this. Now this, I've had one of these before, haven't I? And they're actually not too bad pens. Just adds a little bit of these fish pens. So that's useful. Oh, look, pair of tweezers. I was just looking for a pair. And I don't care what anyone says. I don't think you can have too many tweezers. Oh, this is very handy. This looks like blank labels. No, I don't know if it is. I do not know what it is. There we go. It is labels. It is labels. So we've got our pre-printed labels, and let's say if I need more than one box, like my 939s, I know when that design's finished, this box is going to be empty. So I'd only want to put a temporary label on there. So that's rather useful. I don't know why there's the odd 4 there, but I'm guessing that 200 means I've got 200 labels there. I seriously need the link for this because I really want to. We've already there. Look, we're already on it. No way. No way. Right. So this is £11.50 diamond painting accessory kit. It contains 1 tray, 12 flip lid tubs, 4 green trays, 2 washi, 1 clay tub, 1 mermaid pen, tweezers, 200 labels. Oh, 1 funnel tray. Yes, sorry, I thought I was saying something else. And 100 zip bags. So let me show you the rest of what's in here. So there's your zip bags. I'm not going to open these because you know what's going to happen. They're going to go everywhere. I'll tell you what, I'll just take one out. So they're good ones. They are good ones. I've got loads of these. You know when you pick up little diamond paintings and they might have 4 or 5 bags and they're really handy. But I do like these ones with this little matte white strip for the simple reason that I can't find the pens. Right, let's try and knock that side down. We'll have a pen that actually works. There we go. Look. 1, 2, 3. As simple as that. Why do these companies give you bags that you can't write on? So here we are. Look, little simple book, and I've written on it. So if you need your bags, and I haven't actually finished assembling my pen, have I? That's why I called it a fish, because it's not got the thing on. So there's your diamond painting mermaid pen, which I think is pretty good. You know, even if you're not into fish and mermaids. But now you guys know that of course, what genius is this? Or does it go on there? No, it goes on there. Here we go. So place a tool. 1 tool, 2 jobs. Okay, and Smith Beezer said all of those are available separately. So if there's any one item in there that you like and you think, well, it's not worth buying all of it because I only want this, that, and the other, you can buy all of those separately. So that's really useful. I'm showing you the link, the thing, look. So all of those are separate, can be bought separate. But if you're quite new to diamond painting, how useful is that? You know, you've got nothing. You want to just build up some little supplies. You've got a nice little tray there. A couple of things you can chuck on your desk while you're working. So I'll have that. Obviously, when I got my custom, it's going to take up all of this, but this can perhaps go there. Things that I use less frequently, my drills can go in there. Look at the mess I've made on my desk already. How bad is that? But I'm liking this. I don't use placement tools because I find them extremely awkward to work with. But I know some people love them and some people haven't tried them. But yeah, how handy is it to have? This is for single placements, and then this one is for, but what's that? Looks about 9 there. I'm making a guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or 10. So yeah, you can line those up. It's something that takes practice, but you know, you can pick up so many. There's no wax in there, so it's not going to pick any up. But now you can place 10 at a time. If you want to get it done quicker, you can use those. And if you don't want to use your placement tool, you've got an end that looks useful, and that can go in there quite easily. So what's left is your wax tub, clay pot. I like that. I do like that. I don't use wax, as you know, because I use this pen. But if you're using, yeah, and that's just the right size, I think. If you, I'm not gonna do it, but you can see that if you place that in there. So that, I like that. Another good. Oh, look at that. Take your tray out. Now you got your pen pot with your tweezers and whatever else you want to put in there. Love, 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 love that. All of that. Right. I do like that. So, right, what's next in the goodie bag? We have got love it. Right, I'm not going to open this. Oh, yes, I can. That's not sealed. Right, so anyone who's been watching my streams knows that I've been having trouble with some of my drills, and even the expensive ones. That's got a picture of a plant on as well. So if you like plants, that was a bit tongue-in-cheek there. So every now and again, you get drills that are stuck together. It's just how it is. If they come out, these are all made by, you get like a dye thingy, a mold, and then the plastic's poured in, and this all tipped out. And if they're a little bit warm, they'll touch, and then they might stick together. So what you do is you put them in here, and you just lightly just grind them. This is called a grinder. I'll be honest with you, this isn't intended originally for diamond painting, as you can see from. And if you don't understand what that means, I'm not going to explain it to you. But this is really handy for separating your drills. It's absolutely invaluable. And I already know how much this is because I saw it on the website. But I am going to show you. They are £1. And that is probably perfect size as well for drills. The one that I bought is a bigger one. It did cost a little bit more than £1, but you could probably quite easily get a bag of drills in there. Whether you grind your drills routinely or you wait till you got a load that are stuck together, I just wait and then I'll put them in. I don't use them that often, but when I do, they're absolutely invaluable. So another wonderful little gift there. Next up, we've got, this is what I ordered it for. This is mine. You are not having it. This is placement paper. It's heat sealed. That means I've got to cut it open. Right. So, as I've explained before, though I'm not cutting my light pad, I'm just cutting this gently. I am not a fan of this clear paper. This is poured glue. And as you can see, what I've done is I've kept little bits. If I have the choice and I have double-sided tape, I will cut squares so I can pull off individually. But the clear ones I really don't like. So I use these and then I cover up. So I'll take the whole lot off and I'll cover it up. This does exactly the same. So I am going to use them. So as you see, look, the cover paper is divided into front and back. Use the wax side against the diamond painting. Do not stick the matte side to the surface of the diamond painting. Otherwise, the diamond painting will be damaged. So this is actually the first time I've ever seen this. So there is the matte side and there is the wax side. So as you see, I pulled all my little clear plastic off and wax side down. On there like that. So now I can clearly see which is sticky exposed and which isn't, and that is actually very good. But what I'm going to recommend is that you overlap the sticky so that you've got this little bit there that you can pull up. So I am going to tell you what, I'm going to keep most of it. How do you guys want to do this for a giveaway? Do you want me to just chuck a load of stuff in a box and then you'll receive, one person can receive everything? Or should I split things down a bit? What do you reckon? 3 sheets for you and I'll keep the rest? Because I think someone deserves to try this out. So it's effectively, I'm going to be giving away a box. But yeah, look how much easier that is. Now, some people might find that the right amount for one session. Let's get my ruler out. So each square is roughly 15 centimeters by, I've used this as a spray stick, as you can see, is roughly 10 by 15. Now, what I personally would be inclined to do is fold that in half, cut it in half. That's probably about an hour session for me. Oh, that's really, really nice. Oh, sorry, I need to show this, don't I? Right, so how much are we paying for this? That's grinders again. I just clicked the wrong link. Right, so look at that, £1. 15 sheets for £1. And it does say 4 by 6 inch. So 4 by 6 inch, that's a really nice size for comparison. 4 by 6 inch is about the size of an average photo. If anyone's old enough to remember the days when you used to have to take photos on a film, and then you send the film off to this chemist, and they give you photos back, that's roughly about the same size as a photo. So if you got any old photos, don't start sticking them to the thing. But £1 for 15 sheets, I can't argue with that, can I? So I've just been instructed to keep all of these, and they're going to very kindly send me an extra pack. So thank you so much. Right. I'm just going to grab that message because I think I know who it is. And right. Oh, right. Yeah. Mike's just sent me the same message I had before. Right. So is that separate or is that... I'm not even going to open this. I'm going to show you the one that I own because it is such... Well, you've seen me use it last week. I use this in one of 2 ways. There we go. There's mine. This actually came with my pen, but so that's actually exactly the same size. So there's 2 ways I use this. The first way is when I'm doing the edge, I will, let's take this off. Oh, that's how easy that paper comes off. So what I'll do is I will line this up along the edge like that. And you can actually stick it down as well. So I now have a hard border so that I can, I've already done the top, so I can't really show, but usually I do it at the top and one side. But look, can you see that's, because you get a little bit of overlap on the glue. So that's stuck down and you've now got yourself a hard edge to get that straight line. And once you've got that first line lined up, all the subsequent lines line up against the previous line. The other way I use it, and this is more common for me, once I've done a load of drills, let me just get the camera moved in. This one I've sorted out, but once I've done a clump, you might find you've got some that have come out a little bit. And this little bit on the end, it's quite thin. So what you can do is you can actually get that in there and see how that's lining them up. And then you do it that way and it really gets your drills lined up nice and straight like little soldiers. and I think it's absolutely brilliant. This is the way that I use it the most, because I will confess, I see some people when they do diamond painting and they chuck the drills on and you think, oh my God, they look awful. And then once they finish the square, they're all lined up. I'm not that clever, so I have to line mine up. But look, see how good that is, how quickly I've lined all of these up. And you just run that in there. Yeah, easy. And you'll see they look fairly straight, but then when you run that in there, you'll see just a few of them move and get them lined up. But I say the other way to use them as well, let's do it here. Let's say I want to start this line off. So I'll get that in there like that, and I can stick that down, and that's not going anywhere. Now I've got that nice hard edge to get my first row in. And I think this is an absolutely brilliant tool. And it's actually called a correction ruler. Diamond painting modifier correction ruler tool. And you can see there, like they're using them. And as you see there, like they use square and round drill. And that is probably one of the most useful tools I own. It really is absolutely fantastic. And for £1.50, you can't knock it. I'll quite happily pay 2 or 3 times the price for that. It's really such a good tool. But this is mine. I'll show you this. Look, it's pretty much, in fact, actually, I can't read Chinese, but I think it's even got the same logo on it. So I would say that what's in there is the exact same one that I've just shown you. There's no point me opening the package for something I already own. But that is, I've used it on stream a couple of times. It's absolutely brilliant. I love it. And the last thing we've got is 3 little tubs of PVA glue, which is something that I use. Right, washing instructions: soak immediately in cold water overnight and wash normally. Try a stain remover on stubborn stains. This is basic PVA glue. This is your non-glossy Mod Podge. It's a basic Mod Podge. You'll use that to seal your diamond painting in. I use it in other hobbies as well. If you do scale models, for example, when you're doing cockpits, if you apply super glue or even polystyrene cement, polystyrene cement isn't really so good on acrylic parts, so it's very tempting to glue this in with super glue. But the fumes from the super glue actually make these fog up, so it's far easier to use PVA glue. Now, PVA glue can be quite scary the first time you use it, because it's listen guys, I'm going to show you something different. I'm going to show you the same product but different, if I can. I'm not going to be able to. I have, the reason I want to show you something different that's the same is because it's the same, but it's not the same brand, but they're all the same. Right, okay, I haven't got it. Right, so PVA glue, I don't think there's many people don't. Right, there we go. Yes, that's the thing I forgot to mention. This is why you popped it in, wasn't it? Because I had this problem last week. Right, so 10mm PVA glue, 70p. That's nothing, and that's, in fact, this is 3. It's 3 for £1 and 10 for £3. So you get an extra bottle for free there. So yeah, like, you can use it obviously as a sealer, and use it for those stubborn areas. Actually, I wouldn't use it as a sealer. The reason I wouldn't use it as a sealer is because you would use so much. But as they've said on the website, for those stubborn areas where the tile will just not stick to the canvas. And I've got to be honest with you guys, I would not have thought. Hang on, let me just change my camera. It's one of those things where I wouldn't have thought to use it. If you remember, there's a couple of areas where sometimes you get the sticky doesn't quite work, or maybe you've got something on the canvas and the drills just don't stick. Why have I never thought of PVA glue? The great thing about PVA glue is that it takes a while to dry, which gives you more working time. So let's go to the extreme. If you put a drop of super glue onto your canvas and you stuck your drill on and you haven't quite placed it in the right place, too late, it's stuck now because super glue dries that quick. PVA glue, just like the glue on the canvas, it won't hold it. You can maneuver it about. And then once it dries, it is actually fairly strong. Not a permanent fix, but probably about as strong as your poured glue and your double-sided tape. So I have a lot of PVA glue, so that's going to go in my little box. Right, I'm going to be a bit naughty because no, I'm not going to be a bit naughty. Right, so I want to do a giveaway to say thank you for the people who have helped support this channel. So I now have a box of 2 blank canvases with for square drills. We have got 3 little bottles of PVA glue, which will help the drill stick when areas where it doesn't stick. We have probably the most useful tool ever for getting straight lines. We have a grinder. We have some label. Why have I got a blank empty bag in there? Do you want an empty bag for a giveaway? So we've got I'm not going to give these ones because this one's been used, but I have got another set, and I'm going to that's where the empty box was. I want to put them in there. That's where the empty bag. Do you know what? I'm going to give this away as well. So that's not that, is it? Is it that? I don't know. I don't know which bag was used. Do you know what? Yeah, that's not the right bag. Right. I'm going to have, is it that? I'm going to have to find a bag for these. But that's going to be. So if you would like to win all of that, leave a comment after the show. You're going to have to wait for the show to finish, and I would like a comment left below. You can say anything you like. Penny, your show's awful, but I want your free gifts anyway. Do you want this as well? I'm going to chuck that in as well because I'm feeling really generous, and that's where the bag came in. So if you would like all of that, I will send that to you. I will pay the postage myself. Courtesy of, well, not courtesy because I bought it, but yeah, if you guys want that, leave a comment, and in one of probably my last show next week, we'll do one of those random comment picker things. And whoever comment that wants to go in as well, doesn't it? Whoever comment gets picked can get that. Does that sound fair enough, guys? That's my little thank you. I'll come up with another giveaway because not everyone's into diamond painting, but we'll do. Yeah, that's a little thank you. 750 subscribers. Thank you so much. I don't know, but you're not getting this You're not getting that, guys, because I'm having that. That is just absolutely perfect. But I'm actually going to buy another one of those for myself because that is fantastic. Right. So, should we actually do some work today? So your thoughts on any of those products, guys? I'm going to try and do a catch up on here. So, hi Penny, sorry I'm late. You're never late. Just turning up is wonderful. Something I'd put my meds in. You've been barbecuing. Oh, is it the weather for barbecuing still? Because I think the weather's got a little bit worse the last few days. So James Moore, I'm making my peanut thyme. Oh, do you know what? I've been eating really, really well this week. What I've been doing when I'm on nights, because I'm going down and then coming back the next day, I have a little bit of a saying I've come up with lately. I work to make money, not spend it. One of the things I mean by that is I'm earning a little bit more money than I was before, but I don't want to spend all my money on takeaway. Obviously, if you're at home, you make food. When you're away, you can't. So what I've been doing, what I've come up with is I've started using those. They're not slimming shakes. They're meal replacement shakes. And I have them mainly because I'm a lazy breakfast eater. I don't eat breakfast. And next thing you know, I'm hungry and I'm buying loads of junk food. So what I do is I eat when I'm doing nights, I'll eat at home. And then what I do is I take 4 meal replacement shakes. And then I've got one of those little shaker things. And I'll buy a pint of milk and I'll use 2 of them because one shake does 250 ml. And now I've got a bottle of food stroke drink to take with me. And I'll take a couple of bottles of squash as well. And then I'll take a packet of biscuits just in case. Generally, I don't eat them. I might have 1 or 2. Just so if I am really, really hungry, I've got something. Then when we get to the hotel, because we get there in the morning, it's breakfast time, and they have an absolutely wonderful spread. They've got hams and cheeses and fruits and salady stuff and toast. And I've got to confess, guys, I do hit the sausage, bacon, egg, mushrooms, baked beans, toast, marmalade, and I will add maybe a glass of juice. But and then what I've done is also I put in a packed lunchbox. I now pre-cook. I've started using mainly chicken, but a little bit of pasta pre-cooked, a little bit of chicken, and then on the day I'll put them in my tub. I'll put maybe a little bit of lettuce and a little bit of pepper, and I've got these little bottles. They're like I don't know if I've got one around. They're primarily designed for, like, if you go on holiday, you go through the airport, you now have to take all your liquids have to be in a clear container, and it's a little squeezy thing. And I'll put a sauce in, like yesterday I had garlic and herb, and the day before I had Caesar dressing. And I put that in the bottle, and I put that in with a salad. And then when I'm ready to eat, I just pour it all over, and then I mix it all up. But that's for the journey back, because I've not eaten when I come up. Because the last thing I would have had would have been breakfast first thing in the morning. So I'm leaving at like 9 o'clock at night because I've slept during the day. I've not eaten. So I might grab something at Greg's or something. Depends how hungry I am. So I'm buying a small meal once every 2 days. So anyway, and then of course I got my shake for the journey up with my salad. And I'm eating quite well now, and I've also started buying lots of fruit, and I'm making shakes. And I'm now going to be. Do you remember the saga of the yogurt last week? I've now bought this. This is a yogurt starter set. But this takes about 2 or 3 days to make the first batch. You have to boil the milk, let it cool down to room temperature. You add this to it, and then you leave it for 24 to 48 hours. Then you've got your first yogurt starter. Then you add a load of milk to make the yogurt. And then what you do is it says to hold back 1 tablespoon per so many milliliters of milk for your next batch. But I'm just going to hold back 1 jar. Now, if you remember, I made this yogurt last week and I did show you on the stream. And I said, it looks like yogurt, it smells like yogurt, it tastes like yogurt. And I actually did do a smoothie with a pot of yogurt. It's a little bit runny and I didn't class that as a success. But I'm not dead, so it's not that bad. And like I say, it looks, tastes, and smells like yogurt. Now, what was quite interesting was my breakfast yesterday morning. I'm having a few issues where I decided to have as part of my breakfast, not as a replacement. I had 3 little prunes with some yogurt, little Greek yogurt. I got to be honest with you, the yogurt that they use in the hotel, my yogurt last week looked better than theirs. So I thought, well, maybe my yogurt was a success. So I'm making a batch of yogurt over the next few days. And I think hopefully that's going to... So we're giving it the best possible start. The start that I used before was a few dollops of Greek yogurt that we'd got from Lidl's or Aldi. So this is as good as it's going to get. Anyway, John Alex Scale Model, well-deserved penny. Thank you very much. Pictures sorted. So those pictures on the website are sorted out now. I hope you do take out. Yes, Canvas. Absolutely, James. My bar might do you in first half. Okay. Right. Are those ink cartridges there? I might have to bring that one up. Ink cartridges where? I'm not aware of any. But I'm going to... that comment was that old now that I've forgotten what you were saying. So I do apologise. Right. So, yeah. So the PVA can be used for areas where the drill will not stick. And we've got the lovely Love Mins. I-O, off to work I go no matter the weather. That is exactly my life. No, I'm really lucky. I love my job now. I didn't hate my job before. Well, I did hate my job. I was moaning. I didn't like it. But I think I've got the best job in the world right now. I've got a funny story for you all, guys. You're going to love this. So we were running a little bit late. We got from our last but one stop. About 10 minutes late. Nothing absolutely amazing. And this passenger gets off. This is what I have to deal with every day, guys. So this passenger gets off and he looks at me and he goes... So I said to him, I'm really sorry, but I have absolutely no idea what that means. And he says, I'm just going to pop to the shop for 4 or 5 minutes. Is that all right? And I went, why ever didn't you say? No, it's not all right. But yeah, apparently that means I'm going for 4 or 5 minutes. So giveaway UK only. Yeah, let's do international, shall we? Anyone who wants it, leave a comment. I will pick the comment, and whoever it is, yeah, I'll pay. It's only postage to cover anyway. So yeah, I've actually got a little bit of bonus in my pay packet this Friday anyway. So the bonus being they've actually finally caught up with my overtime from 4 weeks ago and paid me. So yeah, so that's the sort of customer I have to deal with every day. So yeah, that means I'll be 4 to 5 minutes. Is that all right? But no, I've had a good week. I've not had too many bad customers. Right, I'm going to change my screen. And let's get on with... I've been doing this stream now for an hour and a half, and I've not got a single drill down. So it looks like I'm going to be way behind. Right, let's see what I can do with this cover paper. Let's get rid of these uneven bits. So I might go back to those anyway, just make sure I've got the right way round. So that's that one laid down. I'll probably just fill the little bits in the middle because I've started doing this. I might just use these little bits of white paper for that. So I think I'm only going to need 3 bits of paper. I'm almost tempted to see what happens if I accidentally put the paper on the wrong way round. I think that could be quite interesting. Right, so I'm not planning on doing these bits for a while, so I will just chuck that. No, I'll tell you what, let's do it properly. Let's do it properly. So there is an overlap there, but, you know, there you go. So, right, so I'm definitely going to get that corner done today because I really cannot be bothered having a little bit of cover paper. But let's turn this off so you can see the cover paper a bit better. I can't find the switch. So, yeah. So can you see that? So I think that's so much better than the original clear paper. I can clearly see which bits I've done, which bits I haven't done, and which bits need doing. So this is fully protected. I probably should have put this bit over the top of that actually. Use a little bit of organization, it helps. There you go. So if I wipe that way, you see. But yeah, that's so much better, isn't it? Because you're sitting there banging your drills in, and then all of a sudden it's like, why are they not sticking? Well, the reason they're not sticking is because you still got the clear paper on the pattern. So now I can see where it's done and where it isn't. So let's at least get something done. We've now kind of got a semi timetable now that my customers has arrived. So yeah, time to get on with things. So P93, look at that, 939s. So what else was I going to say? I don't know. I suppose it's just chit chat now, isn't it? One drawback with this this light pad is because it's so big, it's quite a way up. So, oh, where's my little thing? Oh no! Don't tell me I've lost it. Oh no! I've just lost my triangle. I had that a little while ago, didn't I? Oh, don't tell me I put it in the giveaway box. That'd be a disaster, wouldn't it? No. Oh. So, I've just told you how wonderful this little tool is. And then I start off and I've got a chance to use it and show it to you. And now I've gone and put it down and lost it. That's... Oh, that's frustrating, that is. This is why I need to be more organised. So, here it is. Ignore me. Right, so I want to fill this bit in. So, oh, this is the other thing I've got to say. Once you've done a line, you can line that up with that line. And now I've got my good starting point. And then it's at 939, which is P's. That's going to get in the way, so that needs to be moved. So we'll get these started off. Obviously, I've got a corner here, so I've got to work the two sides, top and side, and it helps if I can actually pick these drills up. I know I should be checkerboarding them, but Right. So, guys, I need to talk to you about a very important subject. House of Dragons. Has anyone seen it? I'm not going to give spoilers away, even if everybody has seen it. But have you seen it? Because I watched it last night and today. I caved in. I paid me £10 for no TV, and I do not regret a penny. I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts as well, without giving spoilers away. It's only been out a few days, so it is reasonable to assume that some people may not have had a chance to watch it yet. And it's essentially the prequel to Game of Thrones. And it's got Matt Smith in it as well, which is really, really weird. Because the only time I've ever seen Matt Smith, the first time I ever saw Matt Smith was Doctor Who. I'm having trouble with this because of this cover paper. No, I'm having trouble with it because it's upside down. There we go, that's better. Right. So yeah, I'd until the first time I saw Matt Smith was this bit of a clumsy oaf of a Doctor Who. And I like the guy. I think he was all right. He's typical. Every time I watch Doctor Who and there's a new Doctor, my initial assessment is always, don't like him, not as good as the last one. And then as I watch a few episodes, I warm up to them. And I'm like, do you know what? I really like this Doctor Who. The one exception, and I know the woke brigade are going to kill me for this, Jodie Whittaker. Now, first impression was actually she's all right. I quite like her. She's the only Doctor Who that I have not said I don't like them right at the beginning. But I haven't liked her anymore since the first impression. You know, like I say, all the other Doctors I've gone, yeah, don't like them. And then I've grown to like them. Jodie Whittaker, she's all right. And that was exactly the same opinion when the last one I've seen. But anyway, so Matt Smith, really liked the guy. And then I saw him he was in something else that I saw and I can't remember what it was. And it was a little bit strange. You know how you see someone in, you know, you think of him as Doctor Who or whatever you've seen him in. And now you've got to adjust to him being in something else. And then I watched him in The Royal, and that was a little bit strange. But I thought is it The Royal? You know, that Netflix thing, that controversial Netflix program about the royal family. And it was a bit strange at first because he's playing someone completely different. But I think he did the role really well. And now watching him in House of Dragons. And I did have to sort of watch about 5 minutes and then rewind it and watch it again, and then maybe 2 or 3 times until he was no longer Matt Smith in a blonde wig. Does that make sense? You know, you're watching this character, but all you're really seeing is Matt Smith. It was really weird, but I think a lot of people have made that comment. But yeah, absolutely love it. Definitely worth watching. And I think you could watch it without knowing anything about Game of Thrones. So I'll just check and I still got. I just pop that thing up. So yeah, I think you could watch it as a standalone program. So even if you're not into Game of Thrones, and I think it would probably serve well that if you watch it and enjoy it. It's only one episode come out at the moment, so you know it could be the only decent episode in the whole series. We don't know. But obviously this is like the pilot, it's sort of introducing. But I reckon if you get into it, you might be like, I want to watch more. Right, we've got 8 seasons of Game of Thrones to watch. But there was one thing, and this might be a little bit of a spoiler. If you watch Game of Thrones, if you're into Game of Thrones, obviously you know about Daenerys. And what really sort of made me sit back was there's a scene in House of Dragons where she commands this dragon to breathe fire. And the command for that is Dracarys, is it? And that's where I kind of went, whoa. Now, in Game of Thrones, when Daenerys first commands this dragon, you can see that it's a new word for her. By the time you're up to about season 8, she's fluent. You know, she's fluent in Valyrian. But this woman in Game of Thrones, in House of Dragons, the way that she says Dracarys, you can tell she's not fluent, it's native. And I just think this small attention to details. Anyway, am I waffling, guys? Have I driven everyone away from what I'm chatting about? So, oh, I'm so excited now because my custom's coming. And if I don't like the border, I can use washi tape. Oh, yes, guys, I need to look up something. I was going to promise you 2 things I was going to show you. Because this made me laugh. This is one of the funniest comments I've ever seen. So, if anyone knows... Oops. I have said in the past, I, like probably most diamond painters, sorry, I apologise because I do not like black. And I think I share that sentiment with everybody. And I think it's because it's such a colourless, colourless, I don't know if that's the word. And then I came across this post in Smith Speed's website, Smith Speed's Facebook group. It's a lovely picture, but I can get that bigger. Do you think I can? Yeah, there we go. So absolutely beautiful diamond painting. But look, I hate 310. 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 I don't know how big that is. That doesn't look small, does it? But there's an awful lot of 310 in there, isn't there? So I saw that and I laughed. There are black things that I've considered doing, but it's just, I'm like, yeah, there's too much black in that. So let me show you something else. There we go. So I think this deserves recognition. So Mark Fitt has finished his Titanic. What do you think to that, guys? That is absolutely brilliant. I've seen a few people doing this, and this is the first time I've seen it finished. And I think that's really, really good. Not just because of the design. If you look at the sparkle, it's all nice and even. So those drills have all been placed nicely. I think they've done a really, really good job there. So congrats to Mark Fitt. So what are you working on next is the next question, isn't it? What do you do when you've just got an absolutely amazing diamond painting? Because obviously you want your next design to be better than the last. How do you top that? Although there is a I've got one. It's a really nice Route Master, London Route Master. And the reason I like it is they've made the background a little bit black and white. And then, so you've got this bright red double-decker bus on a black and white background, and it really emphasizes the bus, and it just looks absolutely amazing. And it looks amazing without any drills on the canvas. So whatever does it look like if it's got the drills on? Oh, there's another duff drill there. It's got a baby drill. So most people know I didn't get this from Smith's Beads, and its quality has been reflected by the price. I only paid $2.99 for this, but it's probably not worth much more. This came from Fancel's. I think Fancel's I think it's a bit of a lottery, isn't it? I suppose it depends what you're after, because I'm one of these kind of people. Someone will say, I mean, I got a friend, he might be on the show in the next couple of days. There we go. Mark Fitz says, thank you. I'm going to start a white tiger next. We'll send a picture on Messenger. Well, you've opened up a can of worms there now, Mark. You're going to have to give me a weekly update. So, yeah. I'm going to have a guest on this week. It's someone who has never diamond painted. And I went, do you know what? I think you should give it a go. So we found a really, really cheap. I don't expect there's going to be much quality, but I bought him a really cheap diamond painting from Amazon. And I did it from Amazon because I can send it to his address quite easy. Well, Smith's Beads will do that as well, but obviously I could get it on next day delivery. And basically this guy has no idea what to do. So it's going to be a little bit of a how to diamond paint if you've never diamond painted show, which is going to be quite handy. When I first started doing shows, I could kind of go through everything, but how do I explain this? There's I see videos out there on how to do this wonderful whatever technique I'm showing you, and they say it's ever so easy, and quite often they'll come across as they're trying to show you how to do something for the first time, but of course it's easy. You've been doing it for 100 years, so they'll go, oh yeah, and it's done. And then you know that when you come to do it, you're not going to have the same result as them. And I tried to do some tutorials on various things as a fairly new user. But once you're only ever doing stuff for the first time once, no matter how much you try to sort of emulate how bad you were or how good you were on your first attempt, you can only ever have that first attempt once. And that's something that I'll obviously never be able to do. So it'll be nice to have someone on who has truly never done anything. And I just hope that, if I can get one or two people watching who go, not sure, and then they look at this guy and they go, oh, actually, do you know what? That's worth giving it a go. And the amount of money I've spent getting him his first diamond painting, it really is nothing. So, oh, can I show that, Mark? Because that is amazing. Mark has just sent me a message. It's just simply titled My Next One. Sorry, just responding. Right, what's that? Yeah, I thought that was the answer you were going to give, but it's just polite to ask first, isn't it? Right, so everyone, drum roll, please. This is Mark Fitt's next diamond painting, and I know, Teresa, you're going to like this. Ready? Ta-da! So I'll just wait for the excitement from Teresa to come through. Unless she goes, oh, I've already done that one. Or the answer will be more likely that's one of the ones I am attempting to do at the moment. So there we go. Right. Yeah, so I'm going to have someone on the show who's never diamond painted. He might be completely hopeless. He might be absolutely brilliant. We really do not know at this stage. But it's nice. One of the things I try and stress is that it really doesn't cost a lot to get in at the basic level. I've spent a lot of money because I've decided I want to upgrade things. But, there's nothing wrong with doing things, those pens, the basic pens that come. There we go. Teresa says, you know me too well. And I love that. And hi all. It's like Teresa's come in, made comments, and then gone, oh, actually, I better say hello first. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's my exciting week for you as well. Also, what really helps, it's a couple of little things I do. When you work with someone really close, you're going to have a few little, what's the word I'm looking for? You do kind of rub each other up the wrong way on certain things. Now, I'm really, really lucky. My driving partner is really, really good match for me. We have similar interests, but enough variation that it stays interesting. But when I started driving with him, I'd had my shifts sort of changed around a bit. I'd done the first week I'd done on days. Then I was on my first week of nights. So obviously I'm adjusting to the nights. Then I get to the end of the week and then they gave me a day shift overtime followed by literally 9 hours break and then straight in and doing an early shift and then back in on nights. So I did struggle with my sleep a little bit. And the guy I drive with, he seems to be convinced that I can't keep awake at night. So what he's decided is that the way we do our shift, and you probably need to explain this first. The way we do our shift is on the way down, the majority of the driving is done by one driver. So driver number 2 is do like 2 hours driving in a 9-10 hour shift, and you're effectively there to give the other driver a break. So you get one driver will drive for about 4 hours, then the other driver will take over for about 2 or 3 hours, and then the rest of the shift, about 4 hours, is completed by driver number 1. But then when you come back, what you didn't drive the previous day, you'll drive on the second day. So you'll do like 7 hours one day and 2 the next, or 3. And then, or you'll do 3 hours one day, then 7 the next. So what he's decided is that I'll be doing the driving on the way down to London, and he'll do the majority of the driving coming back, which suits me absolutely perfectly. Because I'm one of those drivers, or I'm one of those workers that I like to do the biggest half first. So if, for example, if you've got a 8-hour shift, you've got 5 hours work and then a break and then 3 hours for your second half. That's how I like it, because I want to get most of the majority of the work done before my break. So likewise with a 2-day shift, if I can get most of my driving done in day 1, that's the hard bit done then. But also, I keep trying. I cannot sleep that well in the hotel. People have tried telling me it's the pillows are too soft. Try putting rolling towels up and putting them under the pillow. I think it's just as simple as it's not my bed. I sleep really well in my bed. The hotel room is not my bed. So I do lack a little bit of sleep. So I am a bit more tired coming back. But I sleep like an absolute log when I'm at home. So again, I tend to be fresher on the way down than on the way back. Whereas my driving partner, he has no problem sleeping in the hotel. But also, if he knows he's only doing a couple of hours driving on the way down, because he's got a wife and he's got grandkids and he's got a dog. So if he actually did stuff during the day and therefore didn't get much sleep, that's not the end of the world, because he's only doing a couple of hours driving. So he can get a few hours sleep on the way up, take over the driving, then he's got no more driving to do. I'm just trying to work out which of these is... That's fine. You can't see what I'm doing, can you? Because I've moved that over there. I really love this, you know, guys. I'd love to give it away, but that is absolutely brilliant. So useful. I want to buy another one now. I want to buy another one, and then I want to make a little stand underneath so that the back one is a bit higher. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. So I just love that. Just absolutely perfect. Right, J823. And also, do you remember I had one instant where I put that down, and then when I went to put the leftovers back, I picked up the tub that was next to it and then poured it in there? Well, that's going to eliminate that, because if I leave that there, that's the only one out. Once I tip those back, pop that back in, next one comes out. Yeah, and I've just forgotten what it is. It's 820 H. That can't be. Oh God, I don't even know what car should have done that, you know. Right, let's bring this light down. I can't remember what car I pulled out now. It's 823 823J, that's the one. Yeah, don't put them back in unless you actually want to put them back. So yeah, so I do apologize, I've not got a lot done today. This is what happens when you get excited over a box of goodies. But we'll see what I can. Oh, guys, tomorrow. If you remember, I said that I didn't know if I'll be doing a stream because I've got this concert. I will be doing a stream tomorrow. I'm definitely doing one on Thursday. But the score is my two lovely friends, they haven't got a lot of money. So I think it'd be really cruel to go for a drink after the concert and watch them drinking nothing and me drinking in front of them. So we're going to go early. We're going to have a couple of pre-drinks, which I think is always going to be the case anyway. And then we're going to come straight back from the concert. So the concert is advertised as being starting at 7:30. It's going to be for 2 hours. So in all likelihood, I'm going to be back about 10 o'clock. But I obviously, because it's a concert, I can't guarantee what time I'm going to be back. Should we do my least favorite color ever first? Next. I can't guarantee what time I'm going to be back. So I'm just going to set up a show as soon as I get back. I'll probably set it up for it's starting in 10 minutes time or something. So it might be a bit of a surprise and you might miss the beginning. But I think that's going to be a lot easier than setting up a time, working out which time I'm going to be back, and then setting up a show, and then something happens and I'm running late. I know that with Facebook, it's apparently it has a problem. If you can't be more than so many minutes late on Facebook. Is it 10 minutes late or something like that? So yeah, I'll just get back and I'll just go straight in and I'll set the show up and we'll have a show. How's that? So Mark Fit got that from the range. Be interested to know how much that is. Also the Titanic. How much did you pay for that and where did you get it from? I'd like to see what sort of value. Teresa would be no good at hide and seek. Oh, look, tigers and butterflies. She would soon jump out of hiding. Yes, I get you now. Hide and seek, yeah. Yes, but it's a little bit like me when I'm tidying up. I'm like, right, I must knuckle down and get on with some tidying up. Oh, look, there's a new toy. So let's use my tool. Right, so just remind you guys again, you can't do it yet because the show hasn't finished. But once, as it stands at the moment, if you leave a comment, it goes into the live chat. I am going to ignore all of the comments in live chat after the show. Once the show is finished, you can leave comments just like you would on a... Oh, sorry, guys. I didn't mean to stick my head in there. This is the drawback with this large... You get it with any light pad, but any large light pad, you have to sort of work so high up. Right, so like with any think of it as this. We're doing a live show at the moment, but once the live show's finished, it's effectively become a pre-recorded show, just like any other show. And then you leave a comment, and then those comments stay up forever and a day for anyone else to see. So after the show is finished, and you can do commenting as normal, leave a comment. And I will leave it up to you guys what you want to leave for a comment. I don't even care if you're one of my haters who just comes on and says, Penny, I absolutely detest you, but I'd love for you to make my absolute day for you to have to spend money on me and send me stuff that you don't want to send me. I don't think I have people like that anymore. That's one bit of advice, actually, for anyone who has a YouTube channel and you get keyboard warriors, just go with it. You'll find they'll disappear. They might come back again for a bit, but they tend to get a bit bored. I did notice recently I had some people I fell out with, and I noticed that my dislikes shot through the roof for a couple of weeks. And then my likes went down, my dislikes went down to 0, and they stayed like that for about a year. And then I was talking to someone, and suddenly my dislikes went up to about 2 a video, and they've gone back down to 0 again. So if you make videos and you're worried about hate, don't. People get bored. That's the one good thing that's a bad thing is that people have a low attention span these days, and they don't follow things through, and people can't even follow through hatred anymore. Anyway, that's being really serious now, isn't it? I've got a couple of comments. So, Teresa was like, Titanic, I think, was off Amazon, can't remember price, and unfortunately, Tiger was a Christmas present. Nothing unfortunate about having a present, Mark. And then Loveman says, well, after you get home from concert, you're going to show us the bottle you picked up. The bottle? What, the bottle of alcohol that I'll be drinking? I'll tell you what, I'll probably be so hyped. I haven't been out for a night out for absolutely ages, and the last nights out that I have had have been, things like going down the pub or something. I've not been to an actual event in fact, I think the last event I went to, I was living in Bristol. I think I moved away from Bristol in about 2006 to go to Norwich. And while I was in Bristol, I had... They have this every Saturday. They used to have this radio show, and then they might have concert tickets to give away. And you ring up, and if you're the lucky one, you win tickets. And I just rang up for a bit of a laugh than anything else. No, it wasn't. No, it was people could ring up and request a song, and everyone who requested a song got put in a draw. And I rang up to request a song. I didn't even know about the draw thing. And then it's like an hour or two later, I got a phone call back saying, congratulations, you've won 2 tickets to go and see Mel C at the Bristol Academy. So I'm like, oh, fantastic. So my best friend at work at the time, I said, do you like Mel C? She went, I love her. I said, well, I won 2 tickets. I said, do you fancy coming along? I don't want to go on my own. And we went to this concert, and it was absolutely brilliant. But I loved it because it was a small concert, so it was a little bit more intimate. But that's the last time I've been on a proper night out. You know, I'm not talking about cinema, well, cinema's all right, but and it's the first time I've been out with. See, I don't like going out on my own. I've got a few issues. So, oh, sorry, bear with me a sec. Oh, sorry, I'm going to get a bit personal now. I had a mammogram today, and it was extremely painful. I got this letter come through. I've hit this age where the NHS, it just seems to trigger so many letters. You know, we want to test you for this and we want to test you for that. And it's like, it's not costing me anything and it's my health, isn't it? But I got a letter from the breast screening clinic, and they just went ahead and set me up an appointment. And I said, oh, it's a little bit early in the day. It was like 9 o'clock, and I finish work at like 8:30 if I arrive on time. So I thought, okay, no worries. I've had one of these before. Not a problem. And this woman, she said, oh, have you had one of these before? I went, yeah. I said, it's all right. I said, it's just a little bit of cold gel and you're rummaging around with a little machine. She went, no, that's an ultrasound. This is a mammogram. I'm like, okay. So basically, if you've never had one and if you don't need one, you'd be happy. They squash you in this little machine and take pictures, and they do that 4 times. And they do say, if at any time you want us to stop, just say so and we'll stop. And they did the first one, and it was extremely painful. And I could quite easily have said stop, but I just thought, well, I'm halfway through now, aren't I? I wasn't halfway through. I was a quarter of the way through. So, yeah, but it's still painful now. So, there you go. Look, we'll cover all subjects in this stream, won't we? Live it up. I like that. So, Love Mini says live up. I know you talked about the concert there. It's I'm just wondering if I'm going to get any comments like, oh my God, please don't talk about that, Penny, or yes, I feel your pain, Penny. To be honest with you, if someone said, yeah, I've had one and I understand what you're talking about, that would probably be a little bit of comfort. So, but if you get offered one, don't just say no because you think, oh, it's going to hurt. So, there we go. Right. Love Minis. They never stop. They just keep saying almost done. Well, actually, I've kind of figured it out. on the second one, this woman sort of helps get you in the right position. And then there you are attached to this. It's the only way I can describe it. You are attached to this machine where it squished you in. Then she walks over to a computer screen and she presses a button. And by the time you've got to the third or fourth one, watching her walk away from you is the most comforting, most relieving thing, because you think, now it's almost over. But no, they get one of each from one angle, and then they get another one of each from a 45-degree angle, and I don't have a problem with it. It's all for your benefit in the long run, isn't it? Because I remember saying to the woman, she goes, "What do you think?" I said, "Look," I'll be honest with you. I said it was a absolutely terrible experience, but I understand the benefit of it, and there's somebody out there that's more highly medically trained than me, that's earning more money than me. And I know that the NHS wouldn't just waste money on, let's just annoy a load of women. So it's, it's all for the good, all for the long benefit, isn't it? All right, 3799 is that one. Let's get those W's finished off. Right, guys, do you mind if I just finish this square and then we'll call it a day? And then tomorrow, I don't know how much I'm going to get done tomorrow. I might just end up falling asleep on stream if I party too hard. One thing I was going to say as well, if I don't stream tomorrow, don't be shocked. I really don't know what tomorrow's going to be like. So this is another reason. It's another reason why I'm not actually specifying the time of the stream. So Mike, I know that's Mike made that comment. You only been on 5 minutes. Yeah, it's because there's only a 10-minute show, Mike. Today I thought I'll just do 10-15 minutes. So I am really liking this so far. I said this before, but when you obviously you've got the colors of the design, and then when you put like the drills there was one I saw, it was quite a light colored square, but it was quite a dark colored drill that I put on. So it all changes once you put the drills on, and it really does come to life. And this isn't even the exciting bit, this is just the background. So can't wait to see what it looks like once I get that middle bit. So I am purposely saving the best till last. Because you can see how much is going on there. In fact, actually, this looks a little bit better with the paper on, because it kind of diffuses it a little bit. Oh, here we go. This is Mike trick number 2. Love Minis. What time is it there? Because he knows Love Minis is. Are you 5 hours behind me, Love Minis, or is it 6? What should we do next? L's, which is 918. Right, guys, I'm going to do the L's. And I am going to take a 2-minute break to go to the toilet, because unfortunately that happens. Do you know what? Yesterday, or the day before yesterday, I tried to sort of pace myself. I drink. I've been worried about how much I drink when you're driving and you're doing like one continuous 9-hour trip. I don't know if you're the same as this, Mark. Do you drink much while you're driving? Or do you get really thirsty at the end because you haven't been driving? If you're doing sort of 4 hours driving and then you drink and you break and then you do 4 hours driving, that's the end of your shift. That's fine. Not perfect, But obviously, when you're doing a long trip, you don't drink much, and then suddenly it all catches up with you, and you're sitting there the next day completely dehydrated. So I'm kind of training myself to drink more. And all right, there we go. Right. We will train Penny to tell the time on her lives. 6:15 p.m. Love Minis, 3 hours 45 minutes before Penny starts her live. 6. So yes, but unfortunately for you, Mike, although it says 10 o'clock start on your YouTube, on Love Mini's YouTube it says start at 4 o'clock. So we have been streaming for 2 hours and 15 minutes. So I'm training myself to drink more. And unfortunately, drinking more means you pee more. And I actually got that bad, I had to pull over. It was really funny. We found this place we could pull over, and I just ran up the bus, and all the customers were looking at me funny. And I'm like, sorry, guys. Ran in the toilet, had the pee of a lifetime, and come out, and you could just see these customers sort of smiling at me, go, oh, yeah, we understand. So, but on the whole, my customers are all right. Right, guys, let me take a small break. I'm just going to go for a wee. So, are you all right me putting that little video on? It seems to give me enough time to nip for the loo, and it saves it being boring for you guys. I'll see you in a moment.
Now, Sir Ivan, if you will press this switch over when I say now, that will open our station. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now.
That they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
Oh, that's for perfect timing. Yeah, so Mike, I say this every time I do this. I need to make like a promo video, you know, something along the lines of, we do apologise, guys, Penny's just gone to the toilet. But while she's at the toilet, why not watch this Smith Bees website? Or something like that. So I just grabbed a couple of bits of bacon. I bought this, it's like sort of crispy bacon from Marks and Spencer's. And I just put a couple of strips in my salad. And it kind of softens with the moisture. And by the time I come to actually eat my salad, I can just rip it into pieces. And it mixes really well with the chicken. And it's brilliant. And do you know what? I'm having the best lunches ever yet for about a fifth of the cost. Right, so let me do these wise and then I'll do a catch up on the chat. So, right. Mark says, I'm unemployed at the moment, but I'm a class 1 driver, so I know that having to think of advance. Yeah, when I first started driving, on the whole, I can still do this. But when I was driving buses, I got into this habit of going for a pee just before I go out, then going for a pee as soon as I got on the break, then go for a pee at the end of my break. I might only pee out like a teaspoonful, but you've got to start that next bit of your duty completely empty. And then the habit I have now is when I get to my destination, I need a pee. I really am desperate for a pee. Right, bear with me a sec because I can't figure out this. Is that an S? See, that looks like an S, but the S's are blue. Oh, I'm caught. So there's S there, and it's that one. So it might be a 5 actually. It is. It's a 5. So that's 315. I think I had this same problem last week, didn't I? Right, and I've got one more drill. Which is a V, 3722. So I can now show you the next bit. So my little magic-y tool, I can't really call it a magic tool. So now I've finished my square, 2 more tools to use. So I just go through this like so. Just get those lined up. And you know, you haven't got to put a lot of effort in. Just get it in that gap, push down, and it just sort of lines them up a bit. And then it also, the ones that don't line up now actually stick out like a sore thumb more than the others. But you're not trying to move the whole line, just getting them lined up. Now, the other thing that I spoke about before that I couldn't find, that I've had to buy another one of, is that one. Is that upside down? That's upside down, look. There you go, that's in. Right, that one's popped out. Right. Don't feel right. Right, so the next one is this roller, and I absolutely love it. Push that down, and I tend to do it 2 directions. Then have a feel, run your finger along the top, and you can feel any that are trying to pop. That one might need a bit of help. Yeah, that needs help because that's upside down. How am I getting so many drills upside down? Right. And it kind of evens them and pushes them. If you've got one drill that's not quite, if you've got like 8 drills in a square and they're a little tiny bit too close together and that one in the middle hasn't pushed down quite enough, it just helps. And also the other thing I wanted to tell you about, do you remember when I got this? It was all bent, wasn't it? Once you've started putting drills on and you use that roller, I mean, this is mainly putting the drills on. Can you see how much flatter that canvas is? Because I've been pushing it down like that, it kind of helps flatten it. The edges are still a little bit, but look, on the whole, that's so much better. That actually had creases in it. The old trick is get the diamond paint out the night before you're going to start it and stick it under your mattress and sleep on it, and that really does help flatten it. But this does a really good trick, and you then feel for any drills that might be popping. But yeah, there's all right. I haven't done a lot today because I got all excited about my box of goodies, but I'm happy enough with that. So tomorrow, shall we say, if I stream tomorrow, we'll try and get on with that and get that line down to there, and then the day after we'll try and get all of this done down to there. Take the line from there, look, don't know if you can see it is where I've come down one line too much there. So we'll try and get all of that. It's a hell of a lot to do, but a lot of it is about 2 or 3 colors. And then that means we've got this much to do next week. I'll probably have me custom by then. So I've got to try and resist the temptation to get the custom out. And then hopefully the week after, we'll start on that custom and everyone will go, wow, that's amazing, Penny. I must go to Smith's Beads with your 15% off code and buy one. Right, so when am I back at work? I am back at work on let me just double check my calendar. So I begin work at Friday at 8:15. And I'm on for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm then off work. Oh, that's handy. My next, so after the streams this week, my next stream will be the 1st of September. Well, that's funny. I should be on holiday this week. I cancelled my holiday. I didn't cancel. I postponed it to help work out because they got a lot of people off, and I've just switched from service buses to coaches. And my holiday was based on the availability on the service buses. So I stupidly said, no worries, I'll change my holiday. And now I'm left trying to get 3 weeks holiday in between now and December. Right, just wondering if the kit will be sitting. I'll be honest with you. If it gets into work, say, for example, well, as long as it's there by the 31st, which even if it doesn't get there by the 31st, I've got this to do. I really want to finish this before I start a new one. I don't want to be one of these, all these half-finished DPs. And obviously this, but also I'm looking at because I know what I can do off stream. I know how quick I can do it. And this isn't a moan or whinge or anything. I cannot DP as quickly on stream as I can in off stream, simply because I'm starting to chat, and that's not me saying you guys are bad or anything like that. I choose to stream, and that's sorry. Bear with me. I'm trying to eat this bacon while talking to you, which is extremely rude. But now I've got a bit of bacon stuck at the back of my throat. Oh, that's better. So doing this on stream, it gives me an idea of roughly how fast I can do my diamond painting. And obviously I'm a lot slower today because of the box of goodies. Do you know what? I think I'm going to sling you some more money, and I think we're going to do this more often. Just sling you a few pennies, and we'll have some products, and then end up giving them away. But I think I want some more of that cover paper, and I think now I want to. I've shown you on the canvas what squares and rounds look like on square paper. I think I want to do the same with round canvas. That would be quite interesting because I guess the circles will be a little bit bigger, so the squares will create too much gap. So that would be quite interesting to find out. Sorry, I forgot to do my disclaimer at the beginning of the show. It's a long show. It's and I have little habits like I smoke. And I'm smoking today, and I really don't care. Anyway, so how many unfinished conversations have I started today? That'd be interesting to know. So have I actually answered any questions? Have I finished anything today? But yeah, so if that kit is sitting at work, that's fine. It's the way I like to do things anyway is I like to get my next projects organized before I finish the last one. Otherwise, you know, if I go, right, okay, I'll get this finished by the 31st and I can start the new one on the 1st, and then there's a delay on the next one, I've got nothing to do, have I? So this was the difficult one because I had nothing to do to start the shows. I was actually going to be doing I was going to hold off the live shows until the custom came, but I just thought, no, we learned this lesson a long time ago, didn't we? You know, I'm like, I'm going to know whether to do shows. Sometimes it's best just to dive in and get it done, and this is gathering momentum. So right, okay, I'm going to wind the show down now, guys. So this is the point you want to be asking questions. So if you are now watching this after the live broadcast, drop a message into the comments, put anything you want, and then I'm going on. Let's pick a date. So my last show next week is going to be the 2nd of September. I've only got 2 days off next week, which is the 1st and 2nd of September. So at the end, why have I just got an order update for Smith's Beads? What have you been up to? Sorry, guys, bear with me. Sorry, just checking my emails. I just had an email. Oh, okay. No, ignore me then. That's, yeah, I know what that is. Is that my custom just been finished off? Right, sorry, guys. No, you're naughty. Yeah, okay, I see what that is now, yeah. So sorry, I've just got all confused now. Did I not get... Okay. Yeah, all right. Sorry, I'll tell you where I've just got confused. I did the order for the custom. What? 2000. That's all right. No, right. Look at the dates. Oh, right. So when I ordered this, I got an email to say the order is complete. I also got an email when I ordered the custom, but I've now just got an email to say order update status complete. So I just realized what's happened. So it's just updating my custom. So I'm really, really sorry. Right. So next week I'll stream on the 1st and the 2nd of September. At the end of the show, at some point towards the end, we'll do the draw. And what I'll do is I'll do one of these random comment pickers, and I'll do it on the live show. I know who I'd like to see win it. You know, and you have your favourite people. Not that, that's come out wrong. But I always like to see the people who comment on the show to win things. Mike, Teresa, for obvious reasons, you wouldn't have any objection to be excluded from winning, would you? It just seems pointless you sending me stuff and then you winning it back. So what I'll do is if you come up on the comments as winning it, we'll redo the draw until someone who is not Smith Beads wins it. I guess you understand that. Don't be sad. So thank you for watching then, guys. I really do appreciate everyone who supports the channel. I appreciate everyone who has subscribed to the channel and stayed subscribed. Obviously, the nature of YouTube is that people subscribe and unsubscribe all the time. But it didn't seem that long ago. Yeah, that's what I thought. Obviously, if I'm doing a live draw from everyone who comments, there is a chance that if you comment, you could be. So obviously, I'll just say, look, we're going to do it again because. But yeah, so let me do a quick recap. So next week we're doing a draw, and do you know what? Apart from this, that all fits in there nicely. So leave a comment. I will do a draw, and this is everything. I'm going to transfer. This is what you are going to win. I got the sizes somewhere. 2 blank 30 by 40 canvases for square drills. So the best use I can find for that is if you've got, say, for example, a cross stitch pattern and you want to do that cross stitch onto diamond painting, so you can create your own things. This absolutely fantastic. I'm tempted to say I want to keep it, but this is, I'll wrap this up because it's otherwise it's going to fly everywhere. But this is a little desk organizer, and it's got one big compartment that goes all the way back, and it's got 6 smaller compartments and then 2 little bits at the back, which is handy for popping. You get a couple of trays in there. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 12 Tic Tac containers. So very useful for if you don't use Tic Tac containers and you're not sure if they're any good for you, this would be great because 12 little containers, a couple of small rolls of washi tape, diamond painting pen, a pair of tweezers, a little, what do you call it, mud tub thing, bag of, I'm tempted to just take them out actually, and a white boat. I love my white boats. But yeah, so one of those. So yeah, that's going in there. Oh, there's the diamond painting pen as well, but I'll bag that up so it doesn't. You have got I think this came with the organizer. You've got a sheet of blank labels, which I'm tempted to keep myself. I forget what this is called, correction tool. I absolutely love my correction tool. You see, I use it all the time. It's really handy for getting things straightened up. Extremely useful big boat with a gate on the end. So if you're doing large areas of the same color, use this. You haven't got to keep topping up the boat. One grinder for sticky drills, and 3 pots of PVA glue so that if you've got any areas where your drills aren't sticking to the pattern, little drop of that, and that will help. And I think that's all right in it. And then that will be, oh yes, and a sheet, not this sheet, but a sheet of one number of each DMC color. So that is, I would like to give more, but I also want to try and do a different giveaway for my non-DP viewers, but that'll do for now, won't it? So I think that's pretty good. I'd be happy with that. So are you guys all right with me doing one prize? If I do like 10 prizes, I'm going to end up paying postage. But say if you're not from the UK, still do enter. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this a nice little package for someone who's not. Anyone can enter, whether you're experienced or not. But let's make it a complete package for the new diamond painter. I am going to grab at random. It will be opened and looked at, but I'm going to grab one of my little cheaper diamond paint. I've got a big stack of them. I'll chuck 1 or 2 of those in as well, but it'll just be a little fanzels 20 by 30, 40 by 30 by 40, 40 by 30. So it'll be the same size as this. I'm just going to grab one at random. So there will be everything in there that you need to get going, plus a little bit more. How's that, guys? So that's the end of me. I have now got some cooking to do, some yogurt making to do, some cleaning to do, and if I've got time, a bit of FIFA 23 beta version to play, because I absolutely love it. And I've got one half of an analysis video for House of Dragons. If you're into any TV programs like Marvel, DC, Game of Thrones, stuff like that, Star Wars, thoroughly recommend a channel called Emergency Awesome. He knows so much stuff about all the backstories and stuff like that. Right, guys, I'm all streamed out. So thank you very much for watching. Now, what I did last week, I still need to make a closing end credits or something. Actually, I've just thought of something. Give me a second. Add video clip. What I did last week was I said I was going to play my intro as an outro. And I actually played just the dark bit. Like I have like a load of dark at the end. And then I thought, oh, I'll end it there. That'll be fine. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to play my actual outro to end with. So I think that'll be a bit better. Right. So no more comments. That's fine. Right. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I will catch you in tomorrow, hopefully. About 95% chance of me streaming tomorrow. I'll try and make it about 10, probably won't be 10 o'clock. The concert finishes at 9:30, so I'll probably be about 11 o'clock, maybe even later. And then we will have another proper stream on Thursday at 10 o'clock. So take care, guys. I'm out.